Are you interested in knowing more about homeschool? Well, stick around because today I'm going to be giving you guys some helpful information that will assist you in your homeschool. Welcome back. My name is Cassie, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about 3 main topics that will help you better plan for your homeschool. The first topic we're going to cover is how I plan my kids' school week. Then we're going to talk about some curriculum suggestions. And finally, I'm going to give you a quick tour of what my homeschool room looks like. Now, this video is not only going to be helpful for the full-time homeschoolers out there, or maybe you're planning on homeschooling in the future. This video will also help you if you're just a regular working mom or dad at home and you just want some ideas to better plan for your kids' education at home. Now let's get started. But before we do that, I encourage you to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, don't forget to like the video and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified of my next upload. If you're interested in purchasing any of the items that I mentioned in the video, don't forget to check the description box. I will link everything below. Okay, let's get started, guys. So here is the form that I use to plan my kids' weekly work. It's daily, Monday through Friday, and down here I have a space for notes. I typically don't write those out, but for some reason last time I set up their week, I typed that in, but normally I would have lines and then I can just handwrite stuff in there. You can make this form anywhere you want. It could be Microsoft Word or Google Docs. All you need to do is add in tables, like how I did here, and then you add columns and obviously rows, and then you leave space for if you want to do something like what I did for the date. I also have a column here with a little check mark so that when they're done, they can just check it off and then just go down. And like you guys saw earlier, I have Monday through Friday as well. I love a document like this because you can alter it. For example, if let's say we're done with our science curriculum, you can just edit that and erase it. Or let's say you want to add a curriculum that you just purchased or you want them to do something else, you can just add that in. So I love making my own forms at home because you can just edit them and alter them how you want. Okay, so let's talk about planning. So the way that I plan, it's pretty straightforward. First of all, you have to put your dates in. Okay, so for example, today is Monday, then I would put in May 25th and so forth. Then I have to go back into their math book, for example, their LA binder, and wherever you see a page number, okay, I have to go back and see what was the last thing they did. But first, I have to grade their work. So I really can't do any planning until I actually grade my kids' work, make sure that they're on track, make sure that they understand all the concepts. Once I have done that, once I have checked their work, that's when I will go back and let's say, for example, for math, my son did page 55. Obviously, the next page will be 56. So he's going to start on page 56 and I'll just write in how many pages I want him to do. The same thing for the workbook and also their LA binder, their language arts binder. I'll go back, see what was the last thing they did, what was the last lesson, and then I will continue from there. And then I will just plan it for each day of the week, so Monday through Friday. Now, if you don't see page numbers, like for example, you don't see pages here, You also don't see anything here. The kids pretty much know what to do. So for example, for Bible, they know to complete one day. Okay, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Right here, I want them to read 4 chapters a day in the Bible. I will assign the chapters, or if the chapters are too long, I might tell them to only do 2 or 3. Okay. For something like science, they have to do 1 chapter a week. Obviously, you know, everybody's different. If your curriculum has a daily schedule, then that's what they'll do. But my workbook that I'm using for science doesn't have a schedule, so I just assign a chapter a week. Then for writing strands, they have to, you know, go day by day. For Spanish, they know what to do, and they also have to read 1 book a week. The way they do that, most of my kids are upper elementary, middle school, so they're reading novels by now. The way I do the read 1 book a week is they divide the page number by 5. So if the novel is 100 pages, divide that by 5. That means that you're reading 20 pages a day. And that's how I do the read 1 book a week. Obviously, we'll do read alouds if we have time, and we'll read other books together as a group. But this scheduling right here, guys, is for individual work. I have separate work that we do as a group. So this is their individual schedule that they accomplish per day. And as you can see here, there's a check mark. So once they complete the assignment, they will check that off. So sometimes we might not even get through a whole day because something happens. Okay, we might finish school early, or maybe something comes up. So one day could look like, you know, maybe they completed math, LA, and Bible, and then they couldn't finish the rest. So what they'll do is the next day they'll pick up, and then they'll complete Monday, and then they'll start on Tuesday. So that is one of the main reasons why I plan weekly, because let's say that we fall behind and you already planned for a whole month. The kids fall behind, or maybe the kids don't understand something. Now you have to go back and erase 2 or 3 weeks worth of work, where I don't have to do that because I'll plan maybe 1 or 2 weeks. If they fall behind or if they don't understand something, I'm not going to be wasting my time going back and erasing or replanning. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I like to plan weekly or bi-weekly. It's better for me, and it's also better for the kids. So in this folder is where I actually place the sheets, the planning sheets for my kids. I labeled them. Everybody has their own color, and then I print them out and I put them in here. As you can see, it has the 3 holes with the clasp. Okay, I hole punched them and then I just put them in here. So as you can see, Alex already completed his work for last week, and he checked off his work here. And he's ready to go for the next week that I have to plan, of course. Now let's talk about some curriculum suggestions. I'm just going to go down the list of my kids' planner and just quickly show you what we're using for each subject. I'm not going to cover everything because I don't want to bore you. If you guys want a more detailed video on what curriculum we're using, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll do that for you guys ASAP. But this is what we're using for Bible. Also, all of the books that I have or curriculum, I will try to link them down in the description. So if you are planning on purchasing any of these things, I will have the link there for you already. For Bible, we are using Exploring the Bible. It says here it is a Bible reading plan for kids. I got this off of Amazon. Now for my 4th grader for math, we're using Teaching Textbook. For my 5th and 6th graders, we're using Lessons for a Living Education. So obviously we're using levels 5 and 6. This curriculum is from Master Books. Because my 5th graders already finished their math book, the one that I just showed you, I got them the Saxon math curriculum just to see how it is. I'm not sure yet what I want them to do next year, so I got the Saxon just to compare it to see which one we like best. So we are using this as well. For my 5th and 6th graders, we are using Moving Beyond the Page. This is what it looks like. There are about 12 of these books. They don't come like this. I actually had to debind them and put them in the binder. For handwriting, I got my kids a Reason for Handwriting workbook, and they all have their own individual levels. For vocabulary, I got them the Wordly Wise 3000. For science, we are using the Evan Moore Skill Sharpeners, grades 5 through 6. We are interested in maybe doing Apologia in the future, but for now, this is what we're doing. I initially got them this for science, which is from Master Books. We're going to do it next year or in a couple of months, and it is God's Design Physical World, and it has machines in motion, heat and energy, and inventions and technology. These are some of the workbooks that I got the kids. The math one they actually use on a regular basis because it will supplement their math. The writing one and the spelling one, they do as extra work. Let's say one day they're done early and then they can just go in there and do some spelling skills and some writing skills. Okay, let's move on to some of the stuff that we do as a group. We always start off with Bible, and after the kids do their devotional, which was the workbook I showed you earlier, we go ahead and we read one or two Bible stories from this book. This book is from Master Books. It's called Illustrated Family Bible Stories, and it came with worksheets, but we don't do the worksheets. We only read the stories from the book. This is what we're using for history. We do history together as a group. Right now we're focusing on American history. Again, this book is from Master Books and it's called America Story 1. And it does come with worksheets and projects, so we really are loving this curriculum. This is what we're using for cultures and geography. The first book is called Passport to the World, which we already finished. And the second one is called Children's Atlas of God's World. Both of these are from Master Books, and we really love this. The kids are really enjoying doing geography this year. So for grammar, we are doing the Fix-It Grammar curriculum. This is more of a teacher-led curriculum, so your kids definitely cannot do this by themselves. So this is why we do it for group. For writing, we are doing writing strands from Master Books. And in the future, I want to maybe try to do this as well. This was a recommendation from one of my friends at church, and it's called Writing and Rhetoric. So we'll be trying this out in the future. When I started homeschooling last September, I went ahead and put together a binder for myself. I went ahead and made these forms as a reminder. So this is kind of like my routine. So I'll do attendance, we'll do a prayer, we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance, we'll do calendar time. We will do a vocabulary word of the day, and we also do our memory verse, and then we go ahead and we do the Bible grammar, the geography, the history. We'll do Spanish sometimes, we'll do the grammar, and then we'll do writing strands. And then here is my attendance sheet, so I keep track of that. This is a reading log that I made for my kids, so they all have their own. After they're done reading, they just plug in, write down what books they read. And then here are all of the workbooks that come with the books that I just showed you. So this is the workbook that came with the Bible Stories book. We don't do these because we already have a grammar curriculum that we use. This is the workbook that came with the Geography and Cultures book that I showed you guys earlier. These are the worksheets for the America Story 1 book. And in here, I also keep the answer key for their math books. Alright guys, we're going to do a quick tour of the classroom. We'll start over here in this little nook. I have our bookshelf over here. I don't have an excess amount of novels for the kids. We usually go to the library, but what we do have, I store it here. And then I also have this bookshelf here, and we store curriculum here, and also down here I have some games for them. Those right there, the circuit maze and laser maze, I got those for the kids this year for homeschooling. Those are individual games that they play, like one player. The kids really enjoy those games. I'll link them down below if you're interested in getting them, but I really do recommend them for single individual games. I have some curriculum there. I have some supplies. You guys already saw my calendar. Like I said in my other video, I got this laminated at Staples. And I also have a small laminator, which I use to laminate the numbers and the smaller objects. But for the big one there, I got that one laminated professionally at Staples. On top of here, I have my little containers. I have supplies, erasers, I have bookmarks, I have clipboards. I got those from Dollar Tree, the clipboards. I have pencils, I have my dry erase erasers, and then those are my calendar objects there. And then I have some extra paper right there. Okay, let's move on to the closet over here. We have this storage shelving unit here. I got this from probably, I would say, Home Depot, and we normally would have it in the garage, but I told my husband, like, listen, I'm gonna have to borrow that. I need something for the closet so I can store stuff on. Here I have just things that I really don't use. Down here you see my laminator. I have my own. These crates are full of file folders that I had when I was a teacher, so I kept those. Here we have some glue and some extra containers. Those right there are art trays, so when the kids do art, they can use that. I also have a paper cutter. Here I just have some more construction paper, some more copy paper, and just more storage containers with things in them. And up there I keep the poster boards. Okay, let's move on. I didn't know where to put this computer, so I just decided to put it here at the end of one of my daughter's tables. The kids can use this computer for when they want to do research. I got all of the kids timers and I color coded them, as you can see. So that one was orange and this one is blue. And that's their Exploring the Bible. You see some workbooks there. I had already showed you guys this, but these are the cards that we got from Amazon. Everything, it's pretty much color coded. And then I labeled everything and I laminated those, and I used those Velcro stickies to attach them there.
Any ideas?
So I had spoken before about the cards, and the only reason why I was able to color code them like this, everybody having their own color, is because I got 5 of them. That's the only way it's gonna work. If you buy 5 of the cards. I got those desks from Ikea. Initially we got 2 because at our other place we only could fit 2. So Alex got one and Brielle got one, and then these tables, we already had them from Ikea, so I just decided to put them down here in the homeschool room. So Diana and Giselle have the longer tables, and also those chairs are from Ikea as well. I think that every classroom needs a really good sharpener. I got this from when I was teaching a couple years ago, and it's really held up nicely, and now I'm using it here in my own schoolroom. Even though in New Jersey you don't have to keep records at this age, I still want to keep the kids' schoolwork, and I went ahead and labeled these bins, and I got these folders color-coded from Amazon. I'll link them below if you're interested in getting the color-coded file folders and hanging folders. I want to talk about some more resources that I use in my classroom. As you guys saw earlier, I have my really big black binder that I use for language arts. I went ahead and got my son these right here, just for extra supplemental information if he needs it. I also mentioned that we do a vocabulary word of the day, and this is what we use. So I went ahead and got my 4th grader this extra reading workbook for extra practice. And I also have this Bible Maps book, and it comes in handy when we're doing Bible. So this is my area over here. I went ahead and got this printer from Facebook Marketplace. It's a used printer, copier. This is a lifesaver for me, especially for when I do my printing, my workbooks off of my computer. And I'm so happy that I got this, and I'm so happy that I found a good price one, and it actually works, and it's a really good quality one. And here you see more resources up there and my cart. So this is the whiteboard. I got this one from Amazon as well. This is not magnetic, although I do have a magnetic one upstairs. And this table used to be our dining room table at our old house, and now I use it for our group table and just for me to work. And the bench also is from Ikea. And then I have some more supplies back there in those bins. Alright, I think I'm gonna wrap up this video here. I think I hit all of the major points that I wanted to hit. I hope that you guys got a lot of helpful information and some good ideas for your own classroom. Please let me know in the comments below if you want something more in depth, to maybe touch up on something else. I'm pretty sure that I forgot to show you guys some things, but that's okay. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, like and share my video. That would be most appreciated. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.